And we're back at it again, folks, right here at Brooks Landscape. And I want to show you what we were able to do in less than 6 hours on this landscape, which is solve one of the major landscape drainage problems that this customer was dealing with. And it says that if you're in the Bentwater, Seven Hills area, or Paulding County in specific, any of the surrounding areas, and you're dealing with the landscape drainage that's coming from your neighbor's yard, this is one of the most effective ways to deal with that. And I'm going to show you how. What we've been able to do is take the water that was coming out of these gutter downspouts. As you can see, it's also made evident with the amount of erosion, and we came up with a solution that allowed for the decorative river rock to act as a way in order to stop that. I'm going to show you how. Now, if you look at this design, it says that we did have a gutter downspout here, and it is approximately, I say, 30 feet tall. That's a tremendous amount of water that came out every time it rained. That water fell to the path of least resistance, along with the neighbor's yard falling to the path of least resistance. We took this drain pipe, we tied it into that 20-inch drain box, but we also secured this landscape by being able to bring in our river rock along with our erosion control fabric. Now, the erosion control fabric is necessary because it's no longer going to allow for that water to be able to go into the bare dirt. So we're not going to see any moss anymore, but because we have the river rock, the type of aggregate that this is, the sediment inside of the rock is going to be what stops that from continuing to erode the landscape, because it's going to suck up a tremendous amount of water. Now, the ultimate design is saying that as this water comes into the landscape, no matter how it comes into the landscape, it's ultimately going to have to fall into this drain box. Now, this drain box is a 20-inch drain grate that allows for the water that would have been coming on this landscape naturally to continue to do so, but in a way that allows for it to then be taken out of this area within a 6-inch corrugated piping system that goes through the back of the fence line. Now, in doing that, we took it right out to the back of the fence. No longer is the water that's going to be sitting here is just sitting here anymore. They now have a beautiful water structure. As it rains, this is going to make a lot of noise and it's going to look very, very pleasant. But we've also come in with the design that says that the beautiful Zeon Zorja sod, which I know is going to last a lifetime for this customer, is going to be able to help them solve a landscape drainage problem as well, because they do have a lot of erosion that's happening, and it was just because of the type of grass that they had. Very shady area. When that's the case, you want to go with the grass that's going to be drought tolerant and shade tolerant. So not only did they get the ability to be able to endure this shady condition, we also got the right grass to be able to deal with a very wet area, so that way we can install this with 100% satisfaction, knowing that this is a solution that's going to last a lifetime. And that's just what we do right here at Brooks Landscaping, guys. We give you outdoor landscape solutions that last a lifetime. Now, I did want you to be able to see what we did on this day. It did take us less than about 6 hours to get this all taken care of. Tomorrow we'll be getting in the beautiful Zeon Zorja sod, but it definitely illustrates to you some of the ways in which you can begin to see how the designs that I've come up with are going to be very much the main focal point of how I help landscape out here in the Paulding County area. As you know, the Bentwater, Seven Hills area, it gets littered with a tremendous amount of erosion problems. And this is my solution that I've come up with that has been able to ensure that for a lifetime we're dealing with that landscape problem, and we're doing it in the most effective way. And you got to see the design. The design says that it's one of a kind, but it also says that it's backed by a lifetime guarantee. As we know, we're going to be able to ensure that these rocks will never wash away, and most importantly, that this drain box will always wash the water away. And so these are just some of the ways in which we're helping our customers, and some of the ways that we're helping our community right here in the Bentwater, Seven Hills area, as well as within the Paulding County area in specific. We're right here in Hiram today, but it does say we're dealing with this every single place on the county map. So make sure you give us a call. Make sure you reach out to us. Go to www.quotemylandscape.com. Once again, that's www.quotemylandscape.com. You'll be able to get a free quote request, and then also find yourself in a position to be able to deal with your landscape mess that may be coming from your neighbor's yard as well. And these are just some of the ways that we're solving this landscape. The customer's going to come back and put lights in here. She's going to be able to put bird bath feeders on the fence, and it's just going to act as a great way to be able to deal with the landscape that had been deteriorating for some time now, with a solution that has been given with the way in which we've come up with this design. Stay tuned. We're going to be going with decorative gravel all the way around here as a walkway, and it's going to present this customer with a nice design. And it's definitely something that we've been able to do time and time again, is give our customers more quality, more quantity of service than that of what could have ever been expected. Brought to you exclusively by the professionals right here at Brooks Landscape.